Hello, TSPC community. This is Andy McCann coming to you from Woodstock, Georgia, where I'm trying to help you lay a firm foundation in fitness, food, and finances. I have a podcast named that, or you can find me on YouTube at Andy McCann 42. Okay, so today we're going to go through some blood panel. The question comes from my buddy Cam. He is 50 like me. We met in high school, went to Georgia Tech together, and he just recently put his mom into assisted living. Everything's okay with her. She just needed more, attention. Anyway. One thing that's not okay is he learned that many people in the assisted living can't do stuff for themselves. And he said, 2 years ago, Andy, what can I do to never end up there on my own? I was like, well, probably the easiest thing is just go join a CrossFit gym. So he's been doing that. And he said, okay, 2 years later, he goes, what else could I be doing? I was like, you could probably adjust your eating. He likes to say he eats like a death row inmate. And I don't know if that's exactly true, but he does enjoy himself. So if you do your fitness, you do not necessarily have to eat better for the fitness to count. It just shows better and you're fueling yourself better. So you're just sort of like, holding yourself back when you eat like crap. Now, eating out at like anything with a drive-through, like McDonald's or whatever, I don't eat there. But if it has a drive-through window, it's entertainment, and entertainment's okay. Just don't do it all the time. All right, so he asked me, Andy, I can see what's going on and what you're eating and what you're doing this lion diet with Evan for his Crohn's, and you're eating a ton of meat, and I feel like you're going to kill yourself. I don't want you to be the healthiest guy I know that dies from heart disease at 55. And I said, hey, buddy, I appreciate your concern. I got my blood work coming up on a Monday. I'm going to, when I get it, I'll read through it, and I'll talk to you about it and see what's what. What I didn't know was he didn't know much about cholesterol. So he said, when I called him, I was like, hey, buddy, I got the results. You want to talk about it? He's like, yeah, let's do it. So the big question he had was, wait, you have that much LDL? Aren't you supposed to be dead now? So my LDL-P, my LDL particles, low density something. What does that stand for? Anyway, it is way off the charts. It is 2,058. Massive. You're like, wait, shouldn't you be dead? Here's what I want you guys to know. Doing carnivore and doing CrossFit, your blood is going to look different. And well, maybe this lion diet. I eat maybe one carb a day, and it comes through, it's not even a carb, it's just what's inside of the goat cheese I eat. So I'm very, very much not eating any sort of carbohydrates. I get a whole lot of protein and fat. So what happens here is this. There's two things, the two things he really didn't know that I want to share with you. Hopefully you guys know this. If you don't, then it's education time. So in your LDL, so obviously we all know that HDL is the good one. You're like, yeah, that's good. And so mine is really high at 93. They stopped measuring around 61. So it's good. It's up on the charts. That's good stuff. But the LDL is way past the scale on bad. You're like super bad. I don't even know if we should be talking, right? So what happens in there is you want to order the second panel, which is the advanced cholesterol panel or the lipid panel. So you want to get that done. And what they're going to do is put your cholesterol under a microscope, and they're going to look. Are they small, dense particles, or are they large particles? So the large particles aren't a problem. The large particles actually do what cholesterol is supposed to do. And I know Jack has said this, you have to have cholesterol in your body or you die. Basically, your brain works on cholesterol. Cholesterol transports your hormones like testosterone. Cholesterol repairs the body. So you need cholesterol. If you had zero, well, you would be dead. That's the only way you can have zero. So mine is 2,000 for the LDL, which is supposed to be bad, right? But no. So if you're watching this, I'm going to give Jack the link to the video. I've got my chart up here, the nice one, the one that looks good for the internet. Anyway, you can see all the reds and the greens and all that stuff. The thing I wanted to kind of draw your attention to is they will measure your particles, small and size, right? So they're saying the small particles, they stop measuring once it gets below 90 particles. I had less than 90, so they just put less than 90. So I have very, very few, out of 2,000, very, very few small particles, which is great. Then they actually will categorize the average of your LDL size, right? So they say anything bigger than 20.5 nanometers is great. Mine measured in at 22.1. So I am bigger, whatever, than the number they like to see. So everything is awesome. So when you eat like this, you will push up your cholesterol because you don't have any energy transport. You don't have carbohydrates, right? There's no sugars. So when I do a CrossFit workout, I need energy. And it does feel weird. For the first 2 months, it felt strange working out. And what happens is I need fat to burn. And the way your body moves that fat around is cholesterol. So in this case, it's using LDL and probably HDL as well, because that's pretty high as well, to move the energy around so my body can burn and actually produce. Now, it's also a big thing on repair. And because I'm doing this CrossFit stuff nearly every day, my body is always in repair. So I just want you guys to know, if you do this stuff, you're going to see some numbers that you may not understand or like. Make sure when you go in there, you ask them for the advanced cholesterol test as well, so you can see the size of your cholesterol. All right, so when we get together later on, or if we already have, I don't know when this episode will come out, we're going to talk about this at Jack's fall workshop. If you have questions, let me know. If you guys will track and measure your own food for 2 weeks, I'd be happy to help you for free. Now, obviously, there's a lot of you out there, but that 2 weeks thing, people just don't like to do. But I'm happy to help you if you do that ahead of time. Okay, just some other funsies. All the numbers were totally fine. They were great. Everything is great. I got little Chuck Norris's running around my body. I do eat a lot of salt, way more salt than I've ever intended. I take those little LMT packs of salt, so it's electrolytes, salt, magnesium, potassium, and I'm drinking that. My sodium intake is super crazy high, but my sodium levels in the blood work is actually lower than last year. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Sometimes your body knows how to regulate when you take all the crap out of what you're eating. And hey, Jack says it right. Man, just go lighter on the carbs. I wouldn't do what I'm doing. I don't think I would tell most of you to do it because it's not easy to do it this way. But start reducing those carbs, start eating more meat, and see how it goes. I think we're going to do something else special for you guys in 2025, maybe a little guided how to get into carnivore. We'll see. It's still in the works. I may just launch it out there and ask for forgiveness after I get it started and done. Anyway, guys, it's a pleasure working with you guys. I've enjoyed meeting you guys in person. Take care. If you need me, you can find me easy. Just go to any of my socials. Take care.